One of the senators now tapped with hoping to advance and helping to advance the president's agenda is Indiana Senator Jim Banks. He joins us now. Senator, good morning to you. Good to see you.
Good to be with you.
Thank you. I want to get right to it because you and your colleagues now have the big, beautiful bill. The president has put a deadline. He's hoping to have it by July 4th. He says it's the biggest tax break for the majority of working class Americans, the biggest we've seen in history. But there are holdouts. There's a lot of talk about it. There's a lot of focus specifically on Rand Paul. He says he's not going to support it if it increases the debt ceiling. Where do you stand right now? And can you guys get this passed?
Well, we don't have a choice. We have to pass this bill. It's so important to working class Americans, the blue collar men and women who go to work every day and make the economy work in this great country. If we don't pass this bill, it will be the biggest tax increase on working class families and small businesses that we have ever seen in American history. So I hope that those few holdouts in the Senate find a way to get to yes and vote for it. We have to pass it. We're hopefully going to pass it before July 4th to send it to the president to sign it into law. There are as you already said, there are so many other components of it: no tax on tips, no tax on overtime pay, securing the border, funding the mass deportation effort. By the way, that illegal who overstayed his visa, who committed that terrible crime against the Jewish protesters in Boulder, Colorado over the weekend, is the type of illegal that should be deported immediately out of this country. And this bill funds the mass deportation effort. It funds our military. It does a lot of important things. So in the Senate, there might be ways, Fanchin, that we can improve it. But what the product that the House gave us, only passed by one vote out of the House, is a really good product. And I hope we can get it to a vote in the Senate soon to pass it and send it to the president so he can sign it.
Yeah, I wonder how you handle the issue and the concerns over the debt ceiling, because it doesn't sound like that's going to go away. I wonder what the talk is going to be, the conversations are going to be around that.
Well, I hope that those who are, if that's the hang up for Senator Paul or others, then there's an opportunity in the Senate for him to improve it, to make changes to that debt limit figure. So that might be part of the negotiation that we have in the Senate before we send it back to the House. I don't know. I just think that what this bill does far outweighs the raising of the debt limit. Again, every single working class American in this country is going to see their taxes go up by $1,000 or $2,000 a year, which is from where I come from in small town Indiana. That's going to hurt a lot of people if we don't pass the bill. So I think you got to look at how the good outweighs the bad in a bill like this. It's not perfect, but overall how important this bill is to hardworking men and women and families in this country to get this economy back on track is so important that I think you got to look at that over some of the other side issues.
Yeah, we're looking at some of the other aspects of the bill where some of that spending is going. The Washington Post has outlined some of the spending. We're putting it on the screen for our viewers to see right now. Part of this spending, you mentioned border and immigration security in light of what just happened in Boulder, Colorado. Also, though, part of this defense spending, Senator, is spending on the Golden Dome. You were actually in the Oval Office for the announcement of that Golden Dome. This is something that affects every single American, no matter what side of the aisle you're on. Let's listen to what you said in the Oval Office.
Your legacy with Space Force, Mr. President, is already big, but the Golden Dome is going to be an even bigger legacy for our country. And Indiana is going to help you make it. Right. The space satellites that are made at Fort Wayne, Indiana by L3 Harris, all the work done at Crane Navy Base in southern Indiana is going to be a big part of it. And Hoosiers are very proud of that. We're proud of you. Thank you very much.
All right, you are from the top manufacturing state per capita. How significant is that announcement to the state of Indiana and to our national security?
Well, it's so important to our country. We live in a dangerous world, and what the Chinese are doing to pass us up in hypersonic missiles and other technologies, we have to be aware of it. We have to prepare our defenses in our country to keep America safe. And what the Golden Dome will do to deter Russia, China, and take their nuclear missiles off the table, which is what the Golden Dome would do. It will make them irrelevant. It will take some of their sophisticated weapons and say they don't matter because America can defend itself in the same way that Israel defends itself with the Iron Dome. The Golden Dome for America will make America so much safer and secure. And as I said in the Oval Office with the president, Indiana's going to make it. I mean, we are known for making things. We are the manufacturing capital of the country, the crossroads of America. And some of those technologies, they're already made in Indiana. It's a big investment for industry and the defense industry in my home state. We're going to be a big part of it. So obviously, I'm very proud of that. But I think what President Trump is trying to do with the Golden Dome is so important to the country and really the rest of the world too. I mean, it tells our biggest enemies, it puts them on notice and tells them that we are going to protect ourselves, and we're not going to let you take advantage of us in different types of negotiations. It's going to be really good for our country.
Yeah. I want to talk about tariffs because that is such a big topic right now. And we hear so much on both sides of this issue. I don't know if it's that the media focuses more on the negative sides of it. We know there are small businesses that are struggling because of it. We also know there are a lot of small businesses that are doing well because of the tariffs. But I want to take a look at what you said about the tariffs in the Oval Office, and then we'll pick it up on the other side.
Across the board, we're the top manufacturing state in the country. By the way, the tariffs have been very good for auto manufacturing.
They've been so good, but the tariffs have driven tremendous business into this country. But you have one of the biggest in the world, being
The Honda Civics,
right.
the new Honda Civic made in Indiana. GM has added jobs. Eli Lilly moving pharmaceutical manufacturing from China to the United States, $27 billion. You go on and on with good news in Indiana and across the country because of the tariffs.
Give us some more insight in terms of the positive nature of some of the tariffs, because there is a lot of concern. People have anxiety over it, but you're giving us a perspective that we don't often hear. So talk to us more about the effects that you're seeing in your state for the average working class American, because this isn't for Wall Street. This is for working class Americans.
That's exactly right. Hoosiers get this. It's short-term pain for long-term gain for our country, for our kids and our grandkids. And Hoosiers have bought into that. And I think many of the hardworking men and women in this country who already know how hard it is to make ends meet, they get it. They're willing to make a little bit of sacrifice right now and go through this rocky moment with the tariffs if it's going to be good for their kids and their grandkids. And I think the tariffs really are. I mean, Indiana, again, as I said before, crossroads of America, logistically, the manufacturing base in my state, we're benefiting from the tariffs because those manufacturing jobs are coming back. The made in America economy is coming back. And the long-term gain of it, Fanchen, is that China's economy is the one that's taking the hit. As Eli Lilly takes pharmaceutical manufacturing out of China and moving it to the United States, that's a hit on China. As Apple is taking iPhone manufacturing and production out of China and moving it to India. We would like to have that in the United States, but moving it out of China is a big hit to China's economy. So the long-term part of this is what we need to stay focused on and pushing China back and letting them know we're not going to let you take advantage of us anymore. That's good for America. That's good for Europe. It's good for the rest of the world. And President Trump is setting something in motion here that I think we're going to look back on years from now and really appreciate.
Well, you mentioned China, and we know the president is set to have a conversation with China about the tariffs and the negotiations surrounding that. I have no doubt Eli Lilly is going to come up in those tariff negotiations. They play a very important part. Senator, we know that you're going to be working feverishly on this big, beautiful bill. I hope you will come back as this continues to move to keep our viewers updated on what is happening and where we are, and hopefully you'll get the outcome that you are praying for. And I have to say before we let you go, I am celebrating our Indiana Pacers and the fact that they're going to the finals for the first time in 20 years. So congratulations to all of us on that.
Go Pacers. So exciting for our state.
It is. Go Pacers. Indiana Senator Jim Banks, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.